so hard to find. Your feelings changed like the weather. Went from clear to gray.
Welcome to the first episode of the Jeneric Podcast with me, Joel, and...
Eric.
Yes, that's how we came up with the name.
Yeah, like Joel and Eric together. Generic.
Yep. Except this podcast is not going to be generic at all.
No, it's not.
So, to start off, we're going to do, so the audience of, because, you know, there are going to be millions eventually. There might only be a couple.
Yeah.
But eventually
one or two, maybe three.
we will surpass the gods.
We will surpass PewDiePie. Like if he has a podcast, we're going to surpass him. You know, we're going to surpass H3's podcast, all right?
We're going to surpass Joe Rogan.
Oh. What about Howard Stern?
No.
Oh, really?
Okay, we can surpass gods, but we cannot surpass Zeus.
Zeus is a god.
Anyway, we're gonna start off by some ice breaking here by doing a personality quiz entitled what Eric?
What is your gender according to your psychological personality test? This should be interesting.
Yeah. 17 personality questions. Only 17 to determine our true gender.
I mean, I don't think there's any more that needs to be
Honestly,
said.
I identify as a What do I identify?
No, I don't know. You identify as Joel.
I identify as a shiny Pikachu from the Sinnoh region.
I identify as a window. That's all that needs to be said.
Okay.
That's a window.
So if they don't give me shiny Pikachu from the Sinnoh region, I will be so triggered. I'll have to hunt the people who made this quiz down.
But you'll hunt Dave Orton down.
I will hunt you down, Dave Orton, and I will have your head.
Oh, this will be interesting. Okay, here we go. Would you be willing to adopt a child?
Am I doing it first? Or what?
You do it.
Okay.
No, wait, this is mainly for you, Joel.
Okay.
Okay. I know who I am, but you know, you seem big.
Honestly, I've told you many times that I don't want to be married because, you know, just the financial aspect of it. But once I'm financially stable, I would not be opposed to adoption.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I know that's a surprising answer, but...
Okay, then. Yes. Do you have a sweet tooth or a savory tooth?
What's the difference?
I'm assuming savory.
And how is this going to determine my true gender?
I mean...
How is if I have a sweet tooth or a savory tooth going to change whether I'm a shiny Pikachu or just a normal Pikachu?
I mean, like, think about it. Shiny. Shiny is kind of Swedish, you know.
I'm not Swedish.
Sweetish.
Actually, I am part Swedish.
You are full of so many bloods that I don't even know.
No. I mean, I'm not so many. It's Italian, German. No, it's not Swedish. It's Swiss. I get the two. You know, it's easy.
Is there a difference, or are they the same
honestly,
thing?
Europeans are all the same.
Yeah. Except one tried to exterminate all the others. You know,
Yeah.
Nazis and all. So, do you have a sweet tooth or a savory tooth?
I don't know the difference.
I think savory is more, you know, fine, tastes like, you know, wine and steaks.
Well, I'm allergic to steak, and I think I'm allergic to red wine as well.
Mom,
you know, we're just gonna have to go with sweet tooth.
my mom told me that you're allergic to beers and most.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I know.
So you're sweet tooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not allergic to mojitos though, because it's rum. It's not beer. It's rum.
I learned that it has very little alcohol in it. Like since you got all tipsy on it,
I wasn't tipsy. I'm pretty sure I was drunk. Because I was kind of like off balance. I knew I was drunk. I was like, okay, I'm aware of this. I'm going to make sure I don't show it. So I made sure every step I took was very intentional. Made sure I was looking for any steps so I didn't trip and like.
That sounds like something what a drunk person would do.
I know. That's how I knew I was drunk.
Do you have a lucky number?
Not really.
Not me neither. I don't believe in, you know, lucky numbers or luck in general. In your opinion, what is worse? Abused children or abused animals? Oh my goodness.
They're both amazing. What are you talking about?
Oh gosh.
I love abuse. Abuse is one of my favorite.
Bill's character.
It does. It does. That's what my dad taught me.
Do you think you know why Luke Skywalker?
That was a joke, by the way.
You know why Luke Skywalker was such a weapon in the first movie? He was not abused.
Yeah, he didn't have a right parent.
Exactly.
Then his dad came along and straightened him out, cut his hand off.
And then he became a badass.
Yeah, he saved the galaxy.
Abuse works!
Abuse works!
You hear that, people? Abuse works. So, which is worse, though? Abuse children or abuse animals?
Both are equally bad. Just go with that one.
Wait, that's an option?
Yes.
Who wouldn't put that option?
I don't know.
Honestly, who wouldn't put that one? Do you read books on a daily basis?
No.
Me neither. Actually, I'm starting to read a book. I think it's called Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Is a play. Imagine the most stereotypical Southern drawl, and that's the dialogue for the whole book. It's hilarious, but also kind of sad at the same time, since there's a very realistic abusive relationship. And
Okay, well, Eric, this is my personality quiz. Okay, I don't want your personal life intruding on this.
Okay.
This is about me right now.
Well, if it's about you, then do you smoke marijuana?
Dude, I would like to say yes, but I have to say no.
But given the opportunity, if it was legal, would you?
No.
Massive.
I like to say yes because it would be funny, but no.
Yeah. If it was legal, then I might consider it, but on a day-to-day basis, are you spontaneous?
Yeah, no.
I moved the cursor towards no, already knowing his answer.
Oh, you know this too.
Do you enjoy discussing politics? We're going to get to that later. Yes.
Yes.
Are you younger or older than most of your friends?
Well, let's see. My close circle of friends is you, Jack, Gunnar, and Peyton. I'm older than Gunnar and Peyton. I'm younger than you and Jack. So that puts me in the middle.
We're about this average. We're about the same age.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Also, how is this supposed to identify your gender?
Once again, I don't know.
I mean, I thought it was made sense at first. In a very weird sense, but this doesn't make any sense anymore. Are you more of a hunter or a gatherer?
I am but a simple meme farmer. I farm my memes.
You gather the memes. You cultivate them.
I cultivate my crops. I post them. They get dislikes. I cry myself to sleep. Gatherer.
Yeah, a cultivator more likely.
Yes.
Does the idea of spending a Friday night by yourself bother you? No, I'm saying no.
No, because that's I spend all of them.
Yeah. we have no social lives. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Do you ever eat in bed?
Yeah, I'll eat a bag of popcorn in bed.
Eating in bed is probably the best thing because even though you have the risk of ruining your sheets, it's just so comfy, like having a blanket. Having the fan.
Yeah, and then you can't fall asleep because you're rolling in crumbs.
Wait, that happens to you?
That doesn't happen to you?
No, I don't. I keep all my
Okay, well,
food in
obviously
place.
we're both two very different genders. So.
Okay, this is what the quiz does. It's good. Is military force the most effective way to fight terrorism? I mean, what else?
Yeah, like what? No, don't drive that plane into the building. We have some Jolly Ranchers.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Just hold hands with some terrorists in the Middle East. See how well that goes for you. Yes. Has your country gone far enough in its efforts to protect the environment? Well, seeing that Trump has basically dismantled the EPA, what do you think?
I didn't hear about him. All I heard about was him appointing someone to the head of the EPA who wanted to abolish it.
Mm-hmm, he did that. And
I didn't think he got rid of it. You can't just get rid of the EPA.
I mean, if you're appointing someone who wants to dismantle the EPA, that basically is what you're doing.
But does that answer the question?
He also didn't agree to the Paris Climate Accord, which basically every single country agreed to lower the emissions, except even Russia, except for one Middle Eastern country and the U.S. That says a lot.
Well, what if I just said I don't care? Because that's an answer.
Okay, then. At what time do you prefer to get up in the morning?
In the afternoon. I mean, that's not what I prefer. That's just what I do because my sleep schedule is so messed up that I'll like fall asleep at 4 in the morning and then get up at like 12. Although I got up at 9 today, which was very early for me.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So, which one?
Well, what I would prefer is to like 8 to 10, but that's not the reality.
Yeah, close
But that's
enough,
not the question, so we can just say that.
Yeah. Overall, do you spend more money on food, more money on clothes, or food?
Well, seeing as the clothes I'm wearing right now far outclass your lower class,
Yeah.
what would you, rags? I guess that's what you would call that.
No, well,
You see this shirt?
uh-huh.
Straight from Italy. You see this other shirt?
Draw really just buy that from Blue Navy.
No, you can't.
Uh-huh.
This is from Italy, too. These shorts, Italian. This leather belt, here, I'll take it off for you.
Oh, this is getting a bit mature for this podcast.
Here, read what that says.
Italian.
No, look, no, beneath it.
I know, made in Italy.
Did you almost say made in Italian? You're insulting my people.
Yeah, your people. Yeah. So okay, so you're a man of higher taste, is what
Yes.
you're telling me.
Yes.
So I guess clothes.
Yes.
And finally, do you know why manhole covers are round?
What kind of question is that?
How was this going to identify your
They're
gender?
round because if they were triangles, then the Illuminati would steal the covers.
So basically, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I know why. I know you, Illuminati. I know you're watching.
Calculating results, and this is an ad. Hold up a sec. Mute. And
I am a woman!
You're a woman!
Yeah!
According to the psychological personality test, you're definitely a woman. You're goal-oriented and strong-minded. When you start a task, you don't stop until it's completed, and completed well.
That's me.
You are daring, individualist, and find your own way in life. Congratulations, Joel!
I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yeah! What kind of race are you?
I'm white.
Let's find that out.
Oh, is there another? No, Eric, you have to take it.
Okay, I'm gonna find what race I am.
Okay, well, whatever.
Am I quit test? Alright. What race are you on the inside?
On the inside.
On the Okay, and this is from Playbuzz. I'm assuming
So,
it's...
you can have white skin but still have a black heart. It's okay.
Yeah. Alright, you read the questions.
Okay. Which of these white stereotypes is the most truthful to you? Rich, the majority, or bland?
The majority.
Okay.
The majority.
I don't know what that question even was asking, but which of these Asian stereotypes is the most truthful to you?
Oh, okay, this is getting... Oh, the minorities now.
Respectful, all look the same, or advanced?
I feel like one of these is a trick question.
You know what I'd put.
You are a terrible person. I guess respectful.
Okay.
Because, being called respectful is not a bad thing.
Yeah, of course, you're the one who loves anime here.
Shut up.
Weeb. Which of these black stereotypes is the most truthful to you?
Why are these stereotypes?
A dark horse, or underdog, rhythmic, or athletic?
Okay. I have seen many black dudes with other shirts in my high school, right?
Yeah.
Most, if not all of them, are well built. So, but for some reason, I also see a lot of black people. Should I say black people? Oh.
That's okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see a lot of, okay, screw it. I see a lot of black people really dance well, and I don't know why. It seems like really natural to them. But they're also an underdog too, since slavery and all that. I'll say rhythmic. Rhythmic.
Okay. Oh, which of these Hispanic stereotypes is most truthful to you?
Party hard.
Party hard, yeah.
like other things I said was hardworking and passionate, but since I've been to many Hispanic parties, yeah.
Well, which of these Middle Eastern stereotypes? Alakbar!
Damn it, Joel.
Alakbar!
Okay, so as a bunch of Asian stereotypes that seem kind of racist, and some black stereotypes.
Oh wait, male dominated.
Male?
Very rich or pious.
What's bias?
Pious? They like pie. That's what pious means.
I don't think that is what it means. I'd say male dominated.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a very male dominated country.
Can you dance? I'll just answer that.
Yes, Joel, I can dance.
I guess the question was, can you dance well? Then,
Shut up, Joel.
the answer would have been a bit different.
Pick a flavor of ice cream.
I'm reading the questions here.
Okay.
Know your place.
Okay, sorry.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, or pistachio, because, humans like pistachios. Whoever picks pistachio is an alien, okay?
Have you ever tasted pistachio? Because I never have.
No, but I knew a dog named Pistachio, and it was annoying. So I'm never going to eat a pistachio.
I see. Vanilla. I like vanilla.
Okay, racist. I like chocolate. Okay, pick your favorite food. Fried chicken.
Vegetables.
If you choose that, you're going to be black.
Vegetables.
Vegetables, tacos. That's you, Eric. Sushi or gyro, whatever that is.
This is so stereotypical.
It's okay.
Fried chicken. I just like fried chicken, okay?
Which family of instrument do you like the most? Strings, brass, woodwinds, or percussion?
Strings, but I like guitars. I can't play them for shit, but
You know that race is a man-made social concept based on physical features. Since we're all 99.999999999 percent genetically the same, right? All right, yes or no?
Okay, so I took a sociology course last year, right? And it had this exact same definition when we're talking about race. So I'm inclined to believe that, but most social standards are like race is what kind of blood genetics.
Yeah.
But
so it's asking you if race is a social construct.
I'd say no.
Good.
I'd say no.
Good.
Calculating results.
That's the right answer.
That'll add. And it is.
Congrats, you're white.
On the ends, I pick fried chicken. What the hell?
It's white people can like I like fried chicken.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Check out that color. Now, have you ever seen anyone that exact color? I didn't think so. Race is just something used to divvy us up based on physical appearance and helps us lazily group together. Oh my goodness, this ripped my SAW. Okay, the only real downsides are that you may seem may be seen as a bit bland and a little stiff. That's a bit racist.
What are you trying to say?
Being a bit bland and a little stiff at times.
Is this BuzzFeed or something, Eric?
I mean, it's Playbuzz, so it's Buzz in the title, so I guess yes. Okay, so now that we get the icebreakers all done up, Joel, you're a woman, I'm white on the inside, let's talk about our next topic, which is fat people.
Fat people.
Fat people. And more importantly, fat acceptance. Now, I'm going to look up the definition. Just to be accurate. I want to give all my facts.
We need to know who we're criticizing here.
Okay. Let's see here. From Wikipedia, a credible source, the fat acceptance movement, also known as size acceptance, fat liberation, fativism.
What?
Fativism.
Fativism?
Fativism. And fat power.
Fat power. Fat power.
No. You're
fat power.
No, you don't understand. They try to do the black power thing, but midway through they get really tired and start out breath fat power. Alright, where's the Twinkie? Oh god, we're gonna lose all our fat listeners.
Sorry, fat listeners.
It's a social justice. It's a social movement seeking to change anti-fat bias and social attitudes.
Anti-fat bias? What's that? What? Who's biased against fat people? Except for, I mean, there are jobs like, okay, you're gonna clean this bathroom for a job.
That's like anyone can do that.
Yeah, anyone can do it. But if it's like, okay, we're hiring gym trainers, and if you're fat and you don't get the job, don't be like, oh, you're just discriminating against me because I'm over 200 pounds.
You know, this I know we're on back sentence right now, but
Yeah.
I saw this article like a few months back about this Muslim woman, and just so you know, like if you ever make offensive comments, we don't really mean them. Please don't hit me up. There was this Muslim woman, right? She was hired as an airline waiter,
Okay.
and she was told all the requirements before, but she had problems with serving alcohol since it went against her religion. And I think maybe she got fired for it, or she got in trouble. And basically, she talked out against the airline, saying, you did wrong by me by not accepting my religion. And that's kind of bullshit. Like, you knew what the job entailed when you were first applying to it. You can't just say, this something goes against my religion. Like, you were hired to do a job. Like, if you don't do your job, then yeah, they have every right to fire you. That makes no sense. So anyway, back on fat acceptance. It's pretty obvious that me and Joel don't like it.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I mean, if you're gonna be fat, you can be fat. It's just don't be content in your fatness.
Yeah, listen. If you want, I'm whatever. Anyway, people want how to live, right? If you want to be gay, fine. If you want to be lesbian, fine. If you want to be Muslim, I don't give a fuck. As long as you're not being a dick about it. But you can't just say you can't go against facts. That's what really pisses me off. You can't go against hard facts. You can't just say, "Oh, being fat is healthy." No, it's not. Literally, years of research have told society that being fat is not okay.
It's not okay. Okay, if you're fat, kill yourself.
You basically are. If you say, "Oh, I'm fat. I'm not gonna do anything about it." Okay,
everyone, Heil Hitler. Go on, come on. Do the sick.
Don't wait.
Heil.
Oh God. Moving past that,
this is actually a neo-Nazi podcast. You're slowly being indoctrinated without even realizing it.
Yeah, throughout this whole podcast, we said some German code words. You got
to trigger your brain to initiate a fierce devotion to the teachings of our Lord and Savior Adolf.
That's exactly.
Adolf the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I think a bit wrong in the last part, but basically that.
Yes.
So, fat people. If you want to be fat, if you say I'm okay with being fat, sure, whatever. All right, but don't exaggerate and don't just say I'm fat and I'm healthy. No, you're not. You're not healthy. You're slowly killing yourself. All right. Reminds me of those anti-vaxxers. No.
We're not gonna get into that.
No, because then I get really bit.
This reminds me of the Ron Swanson quote. I'm paraphrasing here.
Okay.
That's the great thing about America. If you want to eat like a pig and die of a heart attack at 32, you can. To me, that's beautiful.
Exactly. Not walls, not banning Muslim. That is what makes America great.
That you can, that. Die of a heart attack at 32. That's beautiful. Now, I mean, honestly, there is something to be treasured there. The freedom to kill yourself with the murder weapon being food. Mm-hmm. But that's also kind of a problem. We have to see the paradox there.
Yeah. But you know what? If you want to be fat, then be fat. But don't spread misinformation by saying it's healthy. It's not. Come at me, Tumblr.
Yeah.
So anyway, aside from that, let's skip over Gordon Ramsay since when I was playing to him like the whole Gordon Ramsay stick before the podcast, I think it took like 10 minutes. So let's skip over that.
Basically, Eric went on a rant about kitchen nightmares.
It's a TV show, Gordon Ramsay has. And I'm not going to rant. I love the show. It's just kind of terrible and predictable. It's reality TV trash, and I love it.
So you would recommend it?
Yes, I would recommend it.
The Jeneric Podcast formally recommends Kitchen Nightmares.
Also, we have a sponsorship with Audible. If you the link below will just type in the Jeneric Podcast and audible.com. You get like a free audiobook. Are we sponsored by Audible? Joel?
What?
Are we sponsored by Audible?
I mean, this is our first episode.
So we're not.
No.
Okay. Fuck Audible. Okay. Fuck Lootbox. Fuck Lootbox. Fuck BlueApron.com. What's our website? People sponsor people.
Lyft.
Fuck Lyft. Who else do we want to offend? That may give us money.
The Hillary Clinton Foundation.
Fuck the Hillary Clinton Foundation. Alright? Fuck all those people. We don't want your money. Alright? Jeneric Podcast is going to sell merch. Do we have merch?
I already told you this is our first episode.
We don't have merch. We'll get on that probably in the future. What would be our merch?
Our faces on a shirt.
That will not sell well.
Yes, it would.
That will not. We are not models, Stroll.
Speak for yourself, okay?
Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. I forgot about Joel's Italian look, okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Very Gucci.
Gucci?
Gucci.
That's not Italian.
No, well, what is it then?
I don't know.
Is Gucci Italian?
I'm pretty sure that's not it.
I'm pretty sure it is.
What
is
it would
that?
be like bueno.
Yeah, that's Spanish.
I know. Everything is Spanish, Eric. Don't you know that?
There's
There are two languages on planet Earth: Spanish and American.
Oh, what about Japanese and anime?
Those are subhuman. Okay, those are not languages. That is pure gibberish.
If we ever get big and we actually do get sponsored by lots of companies and they hear our first podcast, we're going to go downhill.
Oh yeah, already with the honestly, I didn't think I'd go with the Heil Hitler thing in the first episode, but
hey, you gotta start out strong.
Yeah.
Let's go into the news now. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna look up what good is in Italian.
You mean Gucci?
It's not Gucci.
No. We're gonna skip past that. We got bigger fish.
No, we need to figure this out.
Okay. If you want to derail our schedule, then fine then.
We don't have a schedule. We just have a list of stuff to talk about.
What is good in Italian?
It's not Gucci. I can tell you that.
Bean.
Bean? No, it's bene. I told you.
Beanie.
It's not beanie. It's bene.
Beanie.
You're insulting my culture.
Good. Joel, listen.
You're triggering me right now.
What we're gonna do? Fight me. Bring it on. I got 2 sticks of butter.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I'll go to the fridge right now and get some. I'll beat you to death with some.
I don't even know if we have 2 sticks of butter.
No, I'm not gonna check right now. But let's go to the news. You can now buy recreational marijuana legally in Nevada.
Yeah, that's I. Do you see anything objectionable there?
Now, Joel, are you for legalization?
Yeah.
I think legalizing pot would be a good thing, because if we already legalize other things like cigarettes and alcohol, which do a lot more damage, then I say why not pot?
Yeah. I honestly haven't seen much to suggest that it would have some giant negative impact on society. Like, Sure, there might be a few more car crashes, but if you look at it, you compare it to alcohol, it's like it'll probably be such a small percentage that it'll be completely overshadowed and won't matter.
I think basically the war on drugs, I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think like if we spend more time, regulating the stuff, because people want to find drugs either way. They're going to get them. Like you can't really what. Okay, actually, I'm about to say what laws stop people from murdering people, but
That's not a good example.
If people are desperate enough, they will get drugs.
Yeah.
So why not just regulate them? It's the same thing with safe sex.
Yeah. Remember alcohol prohibition back in the 1920s?
Remember Al Capone?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that old.
How old are you?
I'm only 74, Eric.
No wonder you're so racist.
I mean, I know you're a young skipper at 73, but...
Oh, gosh, golly. This podcast is going great. I love it.
Any more news?
Not really that any... What? Florida news.
Florida? Why Florida?
You know why, Joel.
No one cares about Florida.
Florida man gets 20 years for child porn after victim suicide.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
I thought that would be like naked man goes on a run in the middle of a kindergarten, but that was just sad.
It was kind of funny though.
You're like, oh Florida, what do you got in store today? Oh God. Oh, jeez. Here's something funny. Doggone! Missing Florida pooch found 200 miles from home. He said, that's actually kind of nice.
Two sad ironies in Florida passing its anti-science law.
Actually called Florida House Bill 1989. It was signed law by...
It doesn't say 1989. Where's the one, Eric? You're already wearing your glasses.
Well, Joel, maybe you're already wearing your stupid hat.
I'm not wearing a hat.
It's your stupid invisible hat.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Makes you stupid. Anyway, other news. That's basic news.
News, honestly, if we're being 100% clear here, I think both me and Eric agree that news is not news anymore. I think it started with the 2016 election, and I don't see it going away.
Oh, that's actually a good point. It's like, have you seen those videos about CNN being basically exposed?
Well, I know that CNN does like 90% of their stories on Donald Trump,
And
who is clearly not news. I mean, come on. If you don't know about Donald Trump yet, then you've been living under a rock, under another rock, under one more rock. Just 3 rocks.
Under a giant boulder.
Yeah.
And basically to break down Donald Trump news, either he doing something stupid, offensive, or just doing something on Twitter. Mm-hmm. All right. Another thing.
Kavfifi.
Yeah,
that was a news story.
I don't know why.
It's like, that. Oh my goodness, Donald Trump tweeted a word that's not actually a word. If he can't spell coverage, then I guess that means we have to impeach him, right, guys?
Yeah.
That makes sense. We should totally put that on breaking news, CNN.
Listen, I don't like Trump as a person. I think he's a dick. All right, but I'm more concerned about what he does, not how he does. Like if he's a dick but does a good job, then yeah. But I don't really care what he says about on Twitter or if he insults people on Morning Joe or CNN. Like nothing big is gonna happen. All right. He may call people fake news, but people won't stop watching them. The news people will be like, Donald Trump is basically a thug. He's a bad person, but people still gonna support him. Nothing's gonna change. It's basically useless. The news people are basically just using people to get views by putting up Donald Trump doing stupid. doing something stupid or controversial, and liberals are gonna be like, yeah, fuck Donald Trump, this will get him, which it never does. Or conservatives will be like, how dare these fake news people, insult Donald Trump, and like it's
Yeah, honestly, I've seen quite a bit of outrage over. You remember that Kathy Griffin, I think was her name.
Oh yeah,
who did the picture with her holding up the severed head and bloodied head of Donald Trump, and then a lot of people got angry about that, but
they did nothing in the long run.
Oh yeah, that but at the same time, you have to think a few years back when there were hanging effigies of Obama lit on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a personal story about this. At my school, my very school, there was a kid who shall remain unnamed.
We'll call him Billy.
Billy. He graduated a few years ago, and he actually went into political science, worryingly enough. He... Basically, one of the classrooms had a cardboard cutout of Obama.
Oh,
and
boy.
we have a senior prank day at the end of each year. And
This is not going to go well, is it?
No. Well, on that senior prank day, the cutout of Obama was found hanging.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he hung Obama. And ever since then, there have been no more senior prank days. So Billy really ruined it for everyone. Because senior prank day, I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. It was always a fun time. And Billy had to go hanging an effigy of Obama.
He had to go KKK.
Yeah, he had to go full KKK. And, yeah, so, for all the people who are getting outraged about all this, this is disrespecting the office of the presidency. Honestly, I agree, it's petty, and I wouldn't do it, but at the same time, you can't really complain when people on your side were doing it to Obama.
Double standards.
Yeah, lighting him on fire.
Honestly, there was probably a lot more Obama hate than... Actually, I can't really say that.
There's a picture I saw once that I think it was probably on Instagram or something, but it was a picture of Bill Clinton with the Hitler mustache, a picture of George Bush with the Hitler mustache, Obama with the Hitler mustache, then Trump with the mustache, and it's like, can we get over it? We can't, like...
If you compare everyone to Hitler, then it makes Hitler seem like a normal guy.
Hitler was a normal guy. What are you talking about?
Okay, moving on. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Kathy Griffin. You know my personal opinion on that story is?
What?
I think it is stupid. All right, it's stupid. What was there to gain from just causing all this controversy? It was, and they knew it too. They knew they have audio recordings of Kathy Griffin like. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be big. It's gonna be very controversial. Like, what was the point? It's stupid. Why? It doesn't, argue anything. It doesn't prove Trump wrong. If anything, it's proving him right. If he says, there's radical liberals, then you're not really proving him wrong, like by having him holding it. It's not even funny or thought provoking. It's just kind of disturbing and weird.
On the second episode of the Jeneric Podcast, we'll have Kathy Griffin as our first guest of the podcast. I'm chewing on an ice cube, if you couldn't tell.
Very professional, Joel.
Yeah. Anyway, is that enough for the news? Honestly, that was kind of old news. Pretty sure everyone's heard about the that controversy.
Yeah, there's not really big. Hold up a second, go and look that. Did they should look on Tumblr to see if there's any controversy? Nah, we don't.
No, Tumblr. Today. We've already been over fat acceptance. I think we've crapped on Tumblr enough today.
The thing is, okay, I hate certain parts of Tumblr, not all of it, because I like the fan art that they put on there.
Of course you do, you weeb.
Overwatch fan art.
Weeb.
I'm not even that much of a weeb.
It's the same art style, okay?
All I like is Dragon Ball Z.
Weeb.
And some other anime shows. But I'm not like a deep. I don't have a body pillow. I don't like lollies.
That's what you say.
Do you have any proof? Like, go to my house, look at my closet.
I can see it in your eyes.
You. Anyway, moving past that. You know what? Let's go on an anime rant real quick.
No.
Come on.
Why?
Because I need to get something off his chest.
Okay.
Lollies are fucking weird and just disturbing.
This was not planned.
Yeah, it's just like lollies are basically like just cute underage girls that are like that men like you said weebs like Joel said that they like, and that's basically pedophilia, and I do not like that. Just saying, hate lollies, hate really weeb people. Okay, actually little tangent.
Okay.
You see, we're basically nerds, right? Like me and Joel are basically nerds.
Once again, speak for yourself.
Joel, you play 5 hours of Halo Wars.
I mean, that's one game.
Still, it's a lot.
It's one game.
Okay, whatever. Joel is not a nerd, even though he is. But I'm a nerd. I admit that. I'm a nerd. I like anime. I like video games, like comics. There was this one time where I walked in this comic book shop, right? And I was like, oh, this place seems kind of cool. And excuse me.
Eric is burping.
I walked in this comic shop, right? And they had this back room. So I walked in the back room, and I saw all these, thinking about stereotypical nerds you found, you can imagine. And that's them. There's a room full of them playing Magic the Gathering, Pokemon. They had a Wii in the back room to play Smash Brothers. And no kidding, my first thought was like, my God, look at all these fucking losers. Gosh, stop. And there was this one guy, right? I was sitting just reading a comic. This guy was talking to this girl, right? And he seemed like a nice guy, right? He seemed like a guy who'd be like, a lady.
Tips Fedora.
Yeah, he's talking to this girl, and he's trying to make it all big and like a real tough guy, but also a nice guy too. Okay, my girlfriend's a stripper. She asked me if I get jealous if all these guys are grinding on her and stuff. I'm like, nah, babe, it's fine. And then, I'm like, bullshit. And this guy was
So, but this guy was just admitting to being a cuck.
Yes, he was a cuck.
He was talking to a girl, telling her, hey, baby, I'm a cuck.
Yeah. I got a stripper girlfriend, I'm fucking fantastic, even though I got all these pimples on my face and, had too many Twinkies and my kid, and my dad beats me.
We're off fat acceptance, Eric.
It's just, I kind of cry myself to sleep at night and, fuck a body pillow and, just killing myself. It's okay. Sorry, tangent over. This is a very disorganized podcast, Joel.
Well, that's because of you. Okay, I made this list, and you're just talking about body pillows and weebs.
I'm sorry, Joel.
Because you know what? I think at heart you are a weeb.
You know what? What? Next topic. Next topic is a story time.
Yes, story time. Okay.
About
you had your time in the spotlight talking about some irrelevant Japanese stuff.
Okay.
I have something very relevant that everyone should care about, which is that my friend from Goldsboro, which is where I used to live before we moved to where I am now, which I will not disclose because I know there's a terrorist listening to us.
He lives in Jackson City, Mississippi on the border.
That's actually not true.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Joel?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Is that even a place in Mississippi?
Nah, it's in Tennessee.
Oh. Well, anyway. Can you stop hijacking the podcast?
Okay. You have your time in the limelight. I'm just gonna get a cracker.
A cracker? Okay. Refreshments are very important. Basically, my friend, his name is Peyton. Hopefully he doesn't mind me naming him. Because, once again, you don't know who's listening. It could be Peyton's ex-girlfriend who's just waiting to have something to dangle over his head. Fortunately, I don't think that's the case, because Peyton never had a girlfriend and probably never will. But anyway, he came over maybe a month or so ago, I'd say, and he brought his Jeep. And now let me get this straight. This wasn't an off-roading Jeep. This was a Grand Cherokee, so like road trip kind of Jeep. And Eric, what are you doing?
Looking at time.
Okay, well, how far along are we?
I can't really tell.
Okay, well, he brings his Jeep over. He comes in, and we talk for a bit, and not an hour later, we decide, hey, let's go see what Jack's doing. We go over to his house, he's not there, so we come back. And on the way back to the neighborhood, he decides he wants to go off-roading. I'm not going to completely blame this on him, because I jokingly, keyword jokingly, said, oh, hey, Peyton, why don't you go off over there and we go off-roading? Keyword jokingly, okay? I was saying this while laughing and obviously not serious. But of course, Peyton being Peyton decides he's going to actually do it. And to really paint the scene for you, right before the driveway to my house, there's this kind of curve that goes down and then back up. And at the lowest part of that curve, you can go into this like miniature valley-esque place. And he went into there. Now everything was all fun and games until he tried to jump this little stream at the bottom of the valley, which it had just rained recently, so the dirt was no longer dirt, it was mud. And he tried to jump it, it didn't work, and he got stuck with his Grand Cherokee Jeep, not meant for off-roading. He insisted it was four-wheel drive. I have no reason to doubt that, except that we spent the whole day trying to get it out. Now I will describe to you the many ramifications of this mishap, which it's completely on Peyton. I do not take any responsibility. I might have influenced him a little bit, but you know what? In the end, Peyton will be Peyton. Just like Eric will be Eric. You know, I can't do anything to stop him from
From what?
being Eric. You know.
Well, excuse me. I just ate some crackers. I'm drinking water. So.
You know, we were talking about fat acceptance, and you know what, Eric? I think we need to have a talk.
Well, let's have a talk right now, okay?
Eric, I think. How much do you weigh?
Let's see. 75 go fuck yourself pounds.
Nice talk.
Okay, on with your story.
Yeah. Where was I? Yeah. So he gets his Jeep stuck. So we call Gunner, who is one of my friends who lives not too far away, who has an actual Jeep that's meant for off-roading, not a Grand Cherokee like Peyton's. And he comes over with a rope, and he tries to pull us out to no avail, and he eventually has to leave because he's running low on gas. So he leaves, and Peyton and I keep trying to get his Jeep out. That's when Jack decides to arrive, and we have to run up to him and stop him from going inside into my house because, my parents have some guests who seem like they probably wouldn't want to be disturbed. They're quite elderly folks, so I really didn't want to get them involved if we didn't have to. So, we call my brother, who is in Virginia, to see if he has any suggestions to help us get out. And he says to go to Tractor Supply to try and buy a few things so we can pull ourselves out. Jack drives Peyton and I there. Peyton, who has left his shoes in the mud and who is wearing an American flag pair of shorts and a shirt with kittens on it, no shoes, muddy legs, realizes once we get there that money he thought he brought he had left at his house. Which, yeah, that... So we just ended up walking around the driveway, the parking lot, asking random people if they had a truck and if they were willing to pull his Jeep out of the mud. And this is just the beginning. So we go back, we drive into our neighborhood, and when we get to my house's driveway, there's a cop car. And so Peyton naturally starts freaking out, and he runs down to the site of the incident. And of course he's saying, you know, officer, yeah, it's my Jeep. Oh God, you know, freaking out completely. And so that's when I decide, okay, well, I guess it's better if I break it to my parents rather than them look outside and see a cop car in the driveway. I go in there, I crash their little chat they're having, and surprisingly they took it well, and surprisingly all the cop did was text Peyton's father about it, and then they left. So we were all kind of like, what? Apparently it was also trespassing that Peyton went down there in the first place. They didn't do anything about that. They just like...
It confused me since it's a big valley that Joel has by his house. And I didn't think anyone actually owned the land. But apparently someone does.
I don't know. I guess so, because if they wanted to, they could charge him with that, but instead they just tattled on him and left.
Maybe they just felt really bad for him. Like, if you saw a kid with just what you described him as, and like... I
mean, he did look autistic. He did.
Nothing against autistic people. I personally have a bit of Asperger's in me. Joel's Joel, so take that as you will.
Hey, what are you...
You're autistic, Joel.
I'm not... What were you trying to say?
You're autistic.
You're autistic.
Yeah, I know I'm autistic. You're autistic too.
I'm not, no.
Yes, you are.
Eric?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Eric?
Joel, you know what? Another conversation for another day. You know, there's been one Jeneric podcast, which it's just Joel's intervention. And like, we have all these special guests like Kathy Griffin and Gordon Ramsay. Like, we're all going to talk to you about your autism, Joel.
I'm telling you, Eric. Do I seem autistic to you?
Yes. Just go on your story, Joel. We'll talk about this later.
This isn't over.
Yep.
This isn't over. So anyway, yeah. Jack's brother, Daniel, is coming home from South Carolina, and he has a truck. So Jack calls him. Within the hour, he gets here and hooks up his cable to Peyton's Jeep, and guess what? He gets stuck. So then,
Wait.
What?
Like, we need a comical event, sound, you know, because it's just gone bad or worse.
I'm not editing this.
Da 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 da. Go on your story. That was terrible.
Okay. My dad has to get his truck and pull Daniel's truck out of the mud And then, with both the trucks hooked up to each other, which is then hooked up to the Jeep, they both pull at the same time and it doesn't budge. So finally we decide that we have to call a tow truck, and they manage to get it out. But needless to say, that story that I just condensed into maybe 10 minutes or so, that took the entire day. And it wasn't very fun.
That's
because it
hilarious
was
now.
a very hot day. There were a lot of mosquitoes down there. And yeah.
So, moral of the story?
Peyton. What Peyton thinks the moral of the story was, he says he wasn't going fast enough. So if he had been going a little bit faster, he would have made the jump and everything, crisis averted. It would have been fine.
Not going into the muddy valley, just going faster in the muddy valley.
Yes.
It makes sense.
Moral of the story. And basically, Peyton, I don't know what happened to him when he got home. But to describe the situation he was in, his dad's truck was being painted, so the only vehicle he had to go to work with was that Jeep. And, well, Peyton, as you know, got the Jeep stuck. Fortunately, there was no damage. We took it to the car wash, and it came out looking just brand spanking new. Fortunately. That did not stop his dad from being angry because he was already stressed out about the fact that Peyton's mom had just undergone surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Their whole family was having a bad day.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't good timing. Basically, all Peyton did was drove down, got his car stuck, then went back the next day. Which, by the way, it's not a short drive. It's like an hour and a half at least, maybe 2 hours. So, but now we can all look back on it and laugh.
Yeah.
Maybe not Peyton, but I can.
He probably got grounded.
Yeah, but then again, Peyton's always grounded.
So, yeah, that was your story, Joel.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, here's a personal story that I have. So, why am I stumbling over my words? I'm a actor, in a last sense. I do productions. I'm a local theater. I sing. I act.
Eric is a local theater. You can buy tickets. Go to Eric. Enter his body.
What?
And what?
What?
And see a screening of the Titanic.
That sound when he said enter your body, that sounds like prostitution, which I'm not opposed of doing when I'm desperate enough. But yeah, I'm an actor, and I take acting lessons from.
Oh, is that how you say you're a prostitute? Oh, I'm an actor. It just sounds more elegant.
I can role play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Role play.
Okay, I'm a pirate. Arg. Fuck me in the bunghole. I'm George Lopez.
What about Ty Lopez? Here in my garage.
Here in my garage, I have my anal penetrator 9000. We're gonna see how it works. Oh, very well. Okay. So,
okay, I'll admit you're good at role playing here.
Okay, so basically, I'm an actor. I take acting lessons, and my acting teacher assigned me, to read some plays and watch a movie called Little Women. And Little Women sounds like the most boring thing ever, but I want to be an actor, so gotta do what we gotta do. So I go to my local library, and I couldn't find 2 books I needed. I found another book, which was a Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which I'm reading right now. It's decent. And I found a Little Woman movie. So I go to the lady in the library, and I'm like, yeah, I lost my library card. I'll just pay $5, whatever. They're like, oh no, we probably still have you in the system. And and I'm like, okay. And they found me in the system, and I checked out the book, but turns out that you have to be 18 to check out movies. And I'm like, really? It's not rated R. I looked on the back, rated G. it's Little Women. And they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's how the system works. And I'm like, okay. And as soon as she said that, I saw this old lady walk up with a stack of 10 movies, and on top it had Kick-Ass, which is one of the most violent movies to come out in recent years. Actually, I shouldn't say that, probably more violently. It's a very violent movie. And I'm like, so the old lady can watch Kick-Ass, it will probably give her a heart attack, but I can't watch Little Women. Is Little Women a bit too edgy? Am I not mature enough to grasp the ideas of Little Women in 18th century society? Like, really? Oh, well. Like, libraries, sometimes you gotta burn them down and just do what Mao Dong did. What was that Chinese dictator that tried to raise...
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong. You gotta do what Mao Zedong did and just, erase all the past and create a new future.
Kind of like Benito Mussolini. He's my favorite example since, Italian Brotherhood. But,
Joel, what... You should have never gone to Italy.
No, I went to Mussolini's headquarters. I had lunch next to Mussolini's headquarters.
Oh gosh, I wish now you're all Italian pride, got all these Italian. You're basically an Italian prick.
Is there something wrong with that?
Very. You know what? We'll have another intervention on another Jeneric podcast about Joel's Italianness. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have an intervention about your Mexicanness.
Oh, do you see me walking around with a sombrero and a poncho? Saying,
You gave me a sombrero.
Do you still have it?
Yes. Peyton actually wore that after he got his Jeep stuck, which kind of, contributed to his look of autism.
God.
We went to get ice cream and Jack was yelling at him to get in the car. And some people gave him a nasty look and Jack just muttered to himself, they're going to think I'm being mean to an autistic kid.
Was he genuine? Was he genuine?
Yes, he was genuine. And Peyton, meanwhile, is wearing his damn sombrero, literally chasing trucks down, asking them, hey, can you pull my Jeep out of the mud?
Okay. I think that's not autistic, that's retarded.
Same thing,
Joel, you're autistic, you're calling yourself retarded.
No, Eric.
We'll have this, discussion for another day. So, yeah. Apparently, it's wrong for me to be a Mexican because I'm Mexican.
Yes, it is very wrong.
Why?
Because,
What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason?
Because
what's the reason?
you're gonna Taco Bell's not gonna have any tacos left. You're gonna eat them all.
You both call me Mexican and fat at the same time. I'm very impressed, Joel.
I mean, the same thing,
You son of a bitch. You know what? Well, so it's after the podcast. There may be only one host next time.
Kathy Griffin will be filling in for me.
Yes.
It'll be the Jeneric Podcast.
And each day, each Jeneric podcast should have a different disemboweled head with her. And we'll talk about that. Maybe next time she'll have Hillary Clinton's head. I don't know. We'll mix it up. All right. So last topic we're going to talk about. We've probably gone on for an hour now.
I don't know.
I think we've gone on for an hour. It's the new movie. It's now a movie review thing. Baby Driver. Joel admits to himself that he doesn't go to movies a lot,
no,
right?
I don't. I don't usually enjoy movies, honestly.
Yeah, and I like movies. Certain kinds of movies. I like good movies. Well, I think everyone likes good movies. And I saw this advertisement for Baby Driver. It was directed by Edgar Ross, and I saw his previous movie, Hot Fuzz, which was amazing. So I was like, you know what? I want to see this movie. And the day before, I invited Joel. And I said, hey, Joel, do you want to go see Baby Driver? And he was like, oh, okay, sure. And basically a prelude to the actual review. I was at my house, and I was waiting for him to pick me up. I'm like, where is Joel? So I text Joel. I said, Joel, what are we still up for this or something? Wait, up for what? And I text him for the movie. Like, that's the day? Like, yes. I'm like, what time? Like, 1 o'clock. Like, oh, I'll be there. And I'm like, damn it, Joel. It's like, we both have our dumb moments. So,
I mean, you know how I usually sleep till noon.
That, again, we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about a lot of things.
We're just gonna have one episode that's just a giant intervention.
We're gonna break down crying at the end, like, you never loved me, you whore! So anyway, Joel picks me up, we go to the movie theater, and we see Baby Driver. And like, and usually me and Joel have very differing opinions about the movies we see together. Like, before that, we saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I thought it was good, but not, it had a lot of flaws. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Joel, on the other hand,
I gave it a 9.
Yeah, he gave it a 9. Like, so yeah, we have differing opinions. But me and Joel both gave this movie a 10 out of 10, which is very rare. And it was I look at it. There's probably at this point, it's probably like one really desperate person. Not desperate. A wonderful person for listening to the podcast all the way, to this point. So thank you, person. You're very handsome, probably very buff, and have a large penis, or if you're a girl, large vagina. So
is that a good thing?
I don't know.
Usually, it's just the penis, I think.
Doesn't all have a big vagina. Anyway, we both highly recommend you see Baby Driver because it is a fantastic movie. There was many, and Joel can attest to this. There was many times in the movie I was like, I just really screamed, "Fuck yeah!"
You did, yeah. That was. We were the only people in the theater, which was surprising.
Yeah, I hope this movie does really well. I want to check on Flintstone and see how this movie's doing in the box office. It better be number 1.
It should be. I don't know. It started out kind of like... It didn't start out slow, but there was a lot of tension that built throughout the beginning and the middle of the movie. And then near the end, it just becomes a giant... Not a giant fight. There is a fight. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Don't spoil it. It's amazing.
I know. But it becomes very chaotic. And it's good. It's a 10. It's a 10.
It's a 10, yeah. I'm looking...
It's a 10.
I can't find it. It's weird. Like, let's see, like... It's not showing up on... It may not have all the stats yet. It better be on top box up, because on top box office right now, it has Transformers Last Night, which has a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
15?
15.
15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and next to that, below that is Wonder Woman, a movie that's been out, I think, for like a month now.
Oh, Eric, we have our first guest.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Waffles.
This isn't, you don't even know the names of my cats.
Yes, I do.
This isn't Waffles.
Oh, what is it then?
This is Tabby.
Oh, Tabby. Hello, Tabby. How are you?
Well?
Tabby, what do you think about Baby Driver? Okay, what do you think about the political climate of our nation right now? A man, few words.
Anyway, that was our first guest.
And I think that does it.
Damn it, my Italian clothes.
Yes! This is the perfect podcast now.
No, it's not. It's terrible.
And on that note, the Jeneric Podcast ends for today. This has been your co-host Eric and Joel.
Yep.
You can check out Joel's other videos on this channel about mostly Halo and Halo memes.
Yes.
We will be back next week, hopefully.
Next week? We're making this weekly?
I mean, I'll see why not.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking monthly, but we'll see. We'll see.
If he gets above 10 views.
Nah.
Okay, 5 views. My goodness, we sound so pathetic. If he gets about 5 views on the podcast next week, if it's below that, then a month. But this has been the Jeneric Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we hope you have a nice day.
Goodbye.
When Brooklyn rain, all that